Hello. Where is the music? Did I kill the title screen? Maybe. Anyway, breathing in. I'm breathing in. Hello, it's me. It's the snake. It is Zeno's day. I think he's definitely going to be in the story again for quite a while, actually, for like all of it. Where the fuck is the music? Oh. How did that happen? Weird. Why did the intros music play then? Why do the cutscenes? That's weird. Anyway, Tataru. She is we have friends to rescue and thick boys to defeat, I guess. Rain, gods, it's good to see you. I hope you being here means you've had your full of rest. Oh, more than my fill. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet the helper I told you about, but refuses to answer the link bell. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout the... though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves and for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Philomene to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you in the terrace at the House of Splendors. The terrace? I think it's terrace, not terrace. I pronounced that like Tarrasque. We'll meet you on the Tarrasque. That's eating the world. Ah yes, very good. That's where I like to meet. That's my favorite spot. Flamine. Rain. It has been too long. Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfili has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. And so Minfilia chose to pass on the gifts to the next oracle? This girl who Thancred named Reen? To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Rain, might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot. To tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well, for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Is him! Riel, I hope you're here to tell me that you've received word from a helper. I wish. Nay, I've not had a peep out of him. It's been a good long while now, too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal from him closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, then ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking my way through Gimlet. Otherwise he'd stand out. Gods know where there's Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting round here and twiddling me thumbs. Any road. I just thought I'd let you know. Now it must be. Nearly forgot. Follow the sounds and she wants a word. Something to do with patience. Just getting ready to examine them again. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Maybe a bit more volume. And you can hear the game. Amazing. I know. What a concept. Hearing the game. It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad. The fuck? Oh, I forgot to turn this back on. Hello.
You're here. Good.
Just flash into existence. Bonjour.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed.
Oh no.
Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Leave it to me.
Thank you.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
He did indeed.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation.
I thought for a second she was going to say
We,
Waking
meanwhile,
Sands.
will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Am I seeing things? I could have sworn something just flashed up in my activity feed for like channel point redemptions, but it didn't. Pray return? No! I do not want to. I refuse to return. No. The Waking Sands can suck it. Raha! Raha! Where you at? Cat boy. I'm being called. What the fuck? Random work call. What the fuck? I've returned. I've prayed return to the waking nightmare that is having a job. Hello. Yes, I do have business with the Yakuza. Please. Pet the cat boy. Rain, you returned. I hope your time in the source was due to be restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. The corporeal ether shows sign of instability? By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have the hope, I've returned to the hope that my research has yielded a solution. I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. They could have very easily just murdered everyone in this part of the story. Just all of them dead. Etherned. No problem. It's very easy. They are literally having an out-of-body experience for the past, 2 years in their life. Hello.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
No worries.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
As long as you arrive, Orion J, everything is
Nay,
fine.
lady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryl's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
Classic issue of the square hole and the everything tag.
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Don't you fucking dare.
Oh!
What was that for?
For being a dummy.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
Sure is.
What did you just...
What?
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
It's me.
I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Yes.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change.
I own
Vague
you.
notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Oh.
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Oh.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me,
Rude.
however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Yes. The Grand Cosmos, that is the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white auracite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numu consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask of you to meet me in Sun, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Hi, Yuri and Jay. Pray join the others in Sullen. I shall return my thoughts to the art site, and praise Thancred and dream of our progress. We go. Whee. It's so far down. Why is it always like the weird spot? A sensor gauge. No! I'm stuck. I mean... You had nothing. Whee! And here we go. Forward. And that way... Oh, why is this so far away? Ah! You'd think there was an easier way to get to this place, but no. There's nothing here. Ah, yes. That is why Uri and Jay didn't come. Water. Hello. I was relieved to hear the Exarch intended to arrange for a boat to carry us across the lake. Not that I would be opposed to swimming, mind you. Of course, Elfino. Sure. The Exarch said to prepare for a warm reception at the palace. Let's hope it's more cordial than its last visit. He said the palace is the opposite on the opposite shore, but I see nothing on the horizon, save empty sky. Curious. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds, and I was set upon by your host Simonis. And I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They've no doubt put a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Why then, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge. And there's little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience? Mayhap? Weapons drawn as it is then. I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all, rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits. If you ask me. Not that I'm surprised, your moods invariably improve when rain's around. What exactly are you implying? You've added a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. It is only natural that we are pleased to see him. I love how they both have to defend themselves. Yes. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we finish here. Of course, then let us proceed to the palace. Huh? Nice. Well, this will be instant. It is Twin Squad time. Ooh. Hello. Let's go! Ow! 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 Raha! Hit boy! Death by fire! Who doesn't love Death by Fire Circle? It's my favorite. Murder! Let's go. This way, right? Yes, this way. Oh no! Enemies! Nope, that's the wrong move. This one, please. Yay. I love that we're fighting just the armor. That's so funny. And there we go. Dead. Very good. Swish and flick. Whee. Oh no, weapons. Magical weapons, that is. Boop. Ah, the music in here, it's so nice. The fuck? No. These take a surprisingly long amount of time to kill. Really weird. I don't know. And last round of ads. Hello. Murder. What? How did that spell not come out? Weird. Ah well. That should be better, yeah. It's getting a bit stuffy in here. I'm going to open my window. Hold up. There we go. Been staring into your soul. Let's go. Alright, that mechanic. That's from here. I remember. I didn't remember, I forgot. I lied. But right, that's a mechanic from this dungeon. Huh. Damn it. Oh wow. No mana left. Just none. No, man. Man. Alfina just not fully evading the mechanic. Very good. Whee! Come to me!
Let's give them a show!
Yes.
Leave the healing to me.
What is happening? Materia, yay! Poggers. These. Alright, Poxy. They're so cute. They are so cute. Love them. Little pig. Oh, that one. Whee! Man, ads sure are a thing. Oh boy. Oh, they died. And that one just blew up. The music is fun though. I like that part. Boom! So one more set of ads, I think. These proxies over there.
So be it.
I very rarely see you. That is true. You are a rare guest. How are you doing, Nate? How is stuff? Well, I'm here every other day. So, you know? I stream 4 days a week. But no, it's fine. I'm always happy when people hang out. So yeah, how have you been? How is stuff? What's keeping you busy, Nate? What's keeping you occupied these days?
So be it.
Sip. Yay. The good sippy mouth. It's very good. I love it. Oh crap. Oh no, how does this mechanic work with NPCs? They just take random. Just did 2 weeks of work, don't want to do it again. Oh yeah. Oh, I can understand that one. That sentiment is definitely Yup. That is a mood if I've ever seen one. Normally 1 week. Oh. Interesting.
Leave the healing to me.
What do you do for work if you
I'm with you.
don't mind sharing that personal detail with everyone? Like, it's fine if you don't want to, like, disclose what you work as. Mining automation. Interesting. But yeah, so that's, that probably then has you just 1 week in the field and then 1 week of relaxation. Instead of, like... what I'm used to, which is an office job where you just work 9 to 5 and then you go home. Yeah, I can very much imagine that that might be stressful if you do it for 2 weeks straight.
So be it.
I hope at least the pay is okay. Like something, that you get something for your travels. Having to work 2 weeks in a row. Whole industry is changing to 1 week off. Used to be 2-1 to 2-2. Yeah, okay. Huh. So basically, like, everyone is transitioning to working 1 week and then not working the next week. Did I understand that correctly? Less money but more time off. So I would say less money is okay as long as it's not too little money. As long as it's enough for you to, like, still live comfortably, I personally would take the time off instead of the more money. Yeah. Time off does sound nice. It's really good money. Nice. I also do make quite a bit of money in my day job. I'm not going to tell you where I work. Just for simply not wanting people who watch my stream to be able to stalk me at my workplace. But I do make quite a bit of money. I make almost 3,000 euros a month before tax for a 30-hour a week job. So I make about what's that? Come out at I make about 25 an hour, which is pretty good. It's a bit less, but it's pretty good for my for the industry I'm in. I'm a system administrator, and I'm also a customer relations person. Both. Like, I take care of some of the systems the company I work for provides, but I'm also a business-to-business customer relation and project manager. So yeah, I would also want the time off. just being able to relax is so valuable. I don't know why, like... Just basic, but people don't want to go remote to work on it. Just fixed radius and PCs. Oh, interesting. I mean, that is that's a niche too. So like obviously the societal dream job image is doing something only you can do, but also like doing something only you are willing to do is definitely synonymous with that. That's something that's really interesting in the IT sector that I'm in. Like the issue is never that there's too few jobs in general in IT, or that there's too few like job-seeking people. If you need an employee for a position in IT, there's usually like thousands of people looking for jobs. And if you do want a job, there's usually thousands of positions open. The problem is the matching process of the person who has the skill for the job and wants to do it. Because a lot of the time, jobs in the IT industry also, like, are in this weird spot of not really paying well and being highly, highly technical. So not a lot of people can do them. But yeah, I mean, I can imagine. You probably, oh, that was the wrong mechanic.
I'm with you.
Mining sites aren't exactly in, like, someone's backyard. So yeah, I can absolutely imagine you, like, having to go very much offshoot for your work. But like, ultimately, that's not exactly an industry that's known for being nearby. Mining equipment is where the stuff is. Like the ores and everything. Or whatever it is people want to mine. In the specific case.
Leave the healing to me.
Oh, fuck. Ooh, that was close. Oh, whoa. Did you post a link? I think you might have angered the bot. Sorry about that. If you want to link something in chat, you'll have to ask me first. It's just so people can't spam shit. Thank you for 2 months of Prime. Let's go.
Sticky Pudding resubscribed for 2 months.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater.
Hold on. Once I'm not in the immediate danger of dying, I'm going to give you the ability to post a link. Oh no, no worries. I love it. No need to apologize. I have set that up on purpose. And I'll, like, you will not see me complain for subscribing to me. Thank you so much. Okay, let me, fix the thingy. Okay, do you have the link ready? Because you can only post a link for 1 minute after I give you the permission. So, okay. There you go. What a link, holy fuck. Google Maps, let's go. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's literally nowhere. Hold on. I'll go to satellite image. 1 second. There's nothing there. Holy shit. Wow. Damn. Okay. There we go. About as remote as it gets. Yup. That is, about as offshoot as you can imagine. Wow. Damn. There's like literally nothing there. What the fuck? Where's the nearest gas station? Like if somehow you ran out of gas, how fucked would you be? Yeah. I mean, okay, the mining rigs probably run on gasoline, so you might be fine. You probably can get gas at, like, the job site somehow. But, like, imagine somehow someone makes their way there and then they run out of gas because they're lost. That would be terrifying. There's nothing. Damn.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
What is that voice actor? Oh no. Ah. I'm sorry to hear that.
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence!
What is that voice actor?
It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men.
What the fuck is going
you
on?
Are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
Rude.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again.
Again?
That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
The fuck?
Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
flashback time. But yeah. Big Luke is very cute. I'm just very caught off guard by the voice actor. They don't sound like this in German. Wow. That is difference in casting. And yes, Raha is very good. Raha is in fact the best cat boy. Pete. Would never misuse it.
You wish only to save your friends? Nothing more?
Yes.
Do you swear it?
No. No.
Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
I too love the cat boy. Ah. Replaying Crystal Tower was actually really hard. Because I knew he would be locked away at the end of it. The poor bean. Like, for us it's been, what, like canonically? For us it's been like 4 months, maybe 8. For him it's been 100 years since we last talked, until the beginning of the expansion. He must have been so lonely. There you are. The others have gone ahead at the Crystal Tower with Big Luke. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I've ever sought to convince, not compel. Yet I cannot deny the part of me that's glad that your engaged shared his knowledge of the Moo with us. Had he not, Big Luke wouldn't be here. Don't play up to date, just play the story. Where are you exactly? If you didn't get up to date yet. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. Ding. We mustn't dally here any longer, Rain. If Big Luke is to hear the truth of what prevails in the first, you of all people should be present. Guild Wars. Huh. I haven't looked at Guild Wars in a hot minute. How is that game holding up? Are they still making content for it?
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing?
The DJs of all things. Oh my god. There's a lot of DJs in this game. Some of them even good.
But that you hail from another world as well?
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own. And your soul is the densest of them all.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of 4-3 and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself. As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
But yeah, in the last few years, actually just the last year mostly, the amount of DJs and just like clubs in general has been like steadily going up in this game. They're just popping up everywhere. And I mean, the housing system does definitely lend itself to it. Because you can just make a nightclub with a bit of furniture. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Though, I sincerely hope for the sake of their accounts that it is in-game money they are making, because otherwise they might get banned for it. Don't forget that real money trade is against terms of service. Oh, Twitch sub, that works. That's fine, you're allowed to monetize gameplay. But also, I know that there is clubs in the game where you need to be on the person's friend list to enter. So, yeah. Those are a thing. Oh. I mean, if they're good as, like, a DJ, it's definitely worth it. Good musicians, good artists deserve money. That has been and will always be my stance. So if the music's good, yeah, absolutely people should pay for them. You've spun quite a tale, but tell me, have we got any thought as to how you might return your word? Your world? Good teachers, but maybe not that good. Well, I know a bunch of like non-14 DJs on Twitch too. They do make a lot of money. It's not out of the question for just being a good DJ to pay a lot of Twitch subs. White Auricite, you say? An intriguing proposition. But one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there is no telling what may happen to the souls with the Auricite. They could well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes. But the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, their souls constantly draw ether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Oh, sure. Hold on. There we go. Ah. Yee. Let me have a look. That does look like a DJ stream, alright. I hope I'm not accidentally restreaming the music, because that would get me banned. Yep. Just immediately notice. Like... That's a screenshot. I don't think Square Enix likes that too much. It is pretty cool. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing like the huge amount of mods they have installed on that screenshot, and I'm like, if they ever show their character on stream and they look like this, Square Enix is not gonna enjoy that. Square's had a problem with modded characters promoting clubs in the game. Though they don't really care about it unless you put it on a real-life billboard. I don't know how you found me. I have no idea. I'm just here streaming. Yeah, that makes sense. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these false bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks like those poor souls at the end of the journey's head, corrupted by sickness, the ether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? But I see these unfortunate individuals. Why? Do you think you might be able to help them? I might. I might not. But I shan't know for sure until I've seen their condition firsthand. Then I would be glad to take you to them. On the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for us all to accompany you. Oh, why escort a guest to the inn? I will assist Ori and Jane in creating the requisite oversight. I believe my talents would be better applied to the endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist McLuke as necessary? Let us make for Amarane then. But Twitch sometimes, you know, sometimes they do well. I'm glad I am unable to speak. I'm glad you like my stream. I'm always happy to have people hang out and vibe with me in this long game. Woo! A proper sub.
Pudding just subscribed.
Let's go. That was wow. I thought something else would be put out by the text-to-speech. I was waiting for it, but nope. That totally got me off guard. Anyway, thank you so much for the regular sub. 6 months? You can prepay these? Damn, thank you. Aww. Well, I hope you you do get your mileage out of the emotes. It's cheaper, interesting. I only use my Prime sub usually. I'm not... I'm too broke to sub to people. I may make a lot of money, but I'm still paying off a huge amount of student loans. So I don't actually have a lot of money, even though I'm getting paid pretty well. Like, my student loan payments are a cool 300 euros out of my paycheck every month. Once those are paid off, I'll have, like, a lot of additional money to throw around. But that's gonna take a few years. So this is Halbrick then. Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously toward the light. Toward stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light, he will become a sin eater. You didn't know that? We've defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Harik was completely unresponsive before, but now? Actually been following for a while. True. It has been a cool... What is this? Math. Almost half a year now? I think. Yay. And perhaps there's yet hope. If I may, there's a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once treated a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether of one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Verbet. Then, for far darker purposes, lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it. But for their sakes, I will break the oath. It's not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Ah, thank you. Whee! What is this warmth I feel in my chest? Yee! I don't know, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just here playing games. Lots of games. I feel warm and my legs, they don't feel as heavy. Whee! Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature, an increased motor function. In most of the patients, at least. Work in a really weird environment, so a clutch on anyone who's cool. You think I'm cool? Ah, yay. No, but rise. Yip. I regret that. The more severely afflicted, no response. As I feared then. It's true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow. And yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for the corporeal ether. The incorporeal ether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those the later stages of corruption like Halbrick appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. Ah! You're making me very flustered right now. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he would wait to find himself an old man. Fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not what we petitioned to your aid for, but do you think it's possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past. That I was once a mate of the Royal Court of Verbit, and that the Soulcraft was my field of study. Nah, don't worry, you're not weird. I just don't get compliments often, you know? This is entirely on me. The tonic you administer to the patients, he is one of the fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom, but in the end my knowledge only brought suffering. A plague like the one which none had ever seen. The hands of the unscrupulous men, which should have been my greatest triumph, instead became my greatest shame. Now you have a chance to redeem yourself. That I do. A comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand. Finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal ether. Do you think that can be done? Well, were the skies ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now we may have the chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them perfect conduit for the ether revitalizing magics you will ultimately employ. The schedule has been offset. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I do stream on European time, so it's all over the place for people not in Europe. Like, for me right now it's 8 p.m. almost, like in 4 minutes. And for someone in America it would be like early morning to noon. And I imagine for you it must be like the middle of the night. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, my day job keeps me from streaming much earlier, so unless I can become a successful streamer and rid myself of the need for regular work, I'll only be live when it's like the middle of the night for you. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if it's not the same to you. Whatever reagents must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well, your task will be to gather the necessary materials. The purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphina, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do. What we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean. The pixies took quite a liking to us before if we humor them with our company. I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Fine. We'll pay a visit to Ilmeg. Though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all. Let alone befriended the faithful. Oh, while you're about it, seek to the Numu of Pliny. They will be able to supply you with the water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? Ah. I'm just some sneak. Their story remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? Whee! Clay from Amaring would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? Could ask the miners at Twine? Yeah. Oh yes, I will be able to point you in the right direction, I'm sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see there's not what else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Excuse me. I try my best. But yeah, I can see how it might be like scary, especially because on Twitch, you have so many like big streamers who who get this kind of interaction every day. No need to apologize. No worries. Like, there's a lot of streamers on here who get like positive interactions from their viewer base, from their fan base every day. They might be very used to it. To the point where, like, every single one of them might, like, fall under the table. But, like, me especially, but even people with, like, hundreds, thousands of views, everyone on here does stream because it's nice. And I'm pretty sure everyone appreciates just being told that they are doing a good, like, they are entertaining. They are a good streamer. You know? So no, it's not weird. It's actually really nice. Thank you. Whee! Okay, where the fuck do we need to go? Over here. Hello, Magnus. How are you doing? Rain. Well, what a coincidence. Oh, you've come at a good time. You've just this moment finished preparing the talus and trolley you took to Neveretta Ring. The trolley was no trouble, but the talus would have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share in the leftover building materials from Dano's stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Chinese. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant talus to work. Like a giant trolley. But Magda still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your own dreams, Jarek. But that does not mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Rain here didn't come out this way to talk about trolleys. What does you need, friend? I see. This familiar requires clay for murmuring. Well, look no further. If anyone can find that quality clay, it is us. Saying that, this isn't exactly a commodity nowadays. There must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time they used to take clay from Mount Buran mines to make adobe bread. Abode? Am I having a stroke? What the fuck? Magnus is so good. I love him. Place is swarming with coyotes now. But after the good stuff, you could do worse than look there. I love Magnus. But I felt like I was having a stroke reading those lines. Adobe is a word? What does it mean? I have only ever heard it in the context of the company. What the heck are Adobe bricks? Yeah. It says it right here. Make Adobe bricks. I know what an abode is. That's why I thought it was like... That's why I did double takes of that line. Because I was like, did they mean abode? Like bricks for a house? Nope. That's just a word. What does it mean? I'm so confused. That crap. Ah! No, apparently that's just... Apparently Adobe's just a type of brick. It's a brick made of clay. It is? I have no idea. Yeah, it just means, like, it just means a place you live. It is English. It's like a humble abode. That is English. But Adobe brick is apparently just a type of brick that exists. I had no idea. I thought all that word was a company that makes overpriced graphics tools. Well, how about that? Yeah. I had no idea. Ah! An enemy. Hello. Coyote. And there we go. Done and done. One more. If that Ovim would be so nice as to not... Very good. I have the clay. I've got the stuff. Right back to back look at this. Whee! Hello. The twins have returned, and in one piece that I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them to a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it? Yes. That's not the clay, this is the clay. Have the clay. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water. And then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Look, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Huh? What do you mean? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. Elric and the others have suffered so much. They swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there's a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. I hope you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state combined with a strong desire to help them can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. And I say they have few more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Rain? Absolutely. She's the best woman for the job. A sign of the specialization. I'm confused. Huh? I give it my all for Ulrich, for Tesleen. And we are of a mind to the matter. Alize shall be the one to conjure the familiar. What? What do you mean?
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay?
Yes. Clay.
Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy. Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
Okay.
There we are. How's that?
Ah, yes, the beautiful artwork.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
You're being rude, Elfido.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Ah, I see.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
Ooh.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Yay! Hello.
Not bad
So
for
cute.
a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric. Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
A name.
It's naming time.
All right, I've decided. Now. Go, Angelo!
Mother, I...
It worked. How is he, Picklet? Did it work? I believe did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive me, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if it weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Elric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the Invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence that boy will make full recovery. Yeah. Observing the reanimation of a stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. That is to induce stagnation. Thus enabling a safe transport back to the source where you reside. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Picklick said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body. The person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back at the source? Not really. It's the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases. Or am I missing something? Yes. The sippy mouth. It's so good. I love it. The sippy mode was made by a good friend of mine. If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such treatment. Kaboo! Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Helric, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth-aspected ether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? I see. His condition does sound similar. But there's much more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you. Do you understand? But to remind you that this is delicate work we do here. Work requiring patience. The dirty mouth, yes. Of course. As long as there's hope for the patient... Of course, as long as there's hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with the treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Big Luke and see if you can't make some headway in the newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first. You seem not convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium then. Finally, I found you! Ah, it's Kaishia. Kaishia, what are you doing all the way out here? But there's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai is beside herself, sighing, pacing the whole lot. I've heard enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it we'll be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Ah, that's adorable. Blanky. I love Blanky's emotes. Sorry for bothering you and all that. But she says the future of Yuma is at stake. Lady Chai is having a parlor. Best not keep her waiting, hey? It's Kakuin. Hello. A drink. You're in luck. I don't have to leave to get one. Hold on, I need to look at the emotes. First of all, yes. The nope emote is also good. All my emotes were drawn by the same person. In case you're wondering. But what is that? It's people clap, but it's that person's character. I love it. It's very good. Generally, I'm a big fan of the Peepo emote series. It's so good. I do have a handful. The best one obviously being this. Which doesn't show up even on my overlay because it's a wide emote. But it's very good. If you can see it. Yeah. I haven't heard of them before, but the emotes are very cute. Anyway, hi Kakuin, how are you? How are you doing? You've caught me at another one of the 3 million scenes in this game that make me tear up with different emotions. This time it was relief. Just gotten home, had dinner. I'm chilling. Sounds good. Anyway, we are here with this random cat boy, who is the incorrect cat boy. Nah. Well, not here seems out of the ordinary, though. I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that sighing. Several things. Strange. Let's see if we can find her. Find her and discover the source of her distress. How did this happen? I don't know. But you missed a couple of things. A full dungeon among them. We met a new character who threw me for an absolute loop with the voice actor choice in English because it is wildly different from the one I'm used to. But now it's time for the best lady in this entire game. Let's go.
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
It's voice acted, yes! I love her so much. Just listen to her voice, it's perfect.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Look at her, she's so good.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
But that is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
Oh, Kakuin actually made my model, so the reason you can see my snaky face right now, that's Kakuin's work. They did, however, not make the emotes. That was a niche. Different person. But yeah.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
No.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
I don't know, but whatever it is, he won't have fled.
And there you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry.
So good.
Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return. Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
What?
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
The first time ever someone has redeemed ad time. Okay, hold up. I will play one single ad. You won't even see it because you're subbed. There it is. Someone is seeing an ad now. But not you two. Because you're subbed. Subs don't see ads on my channel. Lovely. I wonder if Venrid is still here and he's getting blasted by an ad right now. Just something. Oh, and it's over. That was the ad. Did you misclick? Did you mean to redeem another one? But who knows? Pre-roll is off for 10 minutes now. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's fair. I mean, it is like, what, 3:30 a.m. for you? That's literally the first time ever someone has redeemed that. Yep. Makes no sense. Master tried to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. I don't even know my name at 3:30. Yep. It's Kekyong. At 3 a.m. your name becomes Kak. What is my name? I don't know, Nate? We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. Kak, yes. Have you... It's Nate, very good. Oh no. Evil. Evil incarnate. Master Chai. Yeah, why yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in rather dour mood. Concerned about Yulmor's neglect of industry, you see. With the Lord of Orthry's apparently inexhaustible stores of meal, and no great need for money, it's little wonder her business were all but forgotten on this rule. But I assured Mr. Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmor, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. Sticky Nate pudding? No. I can't say I have tried Sticky Nate pudding. I can't say I know the taste. Whee! Do you want to? Not particularly right now. Interesting question. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Something amiss. Master saw him. He seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. Insisted he rest and catch his breath. We talked for a while about his... I'm sorry. About his concerns over the city defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Why does this sound like a threat? I don't know. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vorsley. The finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of Plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we'd still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gaytown. We have a duty to protect not only Yuma, you see, but the surrounding region of Colusia as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was only that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. I still don't know how to deal with that question. I recall that man fitted the description. Asked to speak with a poor bugger lately come to write. Said he wanted to know the state of things done at the derelicts. You can be sure we gave him an earful, like a food, medicine, clothing. There was plenty to tell. We hunt high or low for whatever we can scavenge. There's barely enough to fill our bellies. How dare you party? Huh? The folk here don't just want to survive. They want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself. Something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts. He asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. Okay. He asked, looked like he was ready for Gaytown when I last saw him. Whee! This is rain. I'm not a boy. Ah, there you are. Nope. Nuh-uh. No. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue to Master Chai's whereabouts? And I'm not joking. I am Snake. I'm not a boy. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yuma. An idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yuma, I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? All we know for certain is Master Chai has shown great concern only for Yuma. And not only for Yuma, but its surrounding settlements. Seems logical then, that having consulted those within the city walls, he would fish to the same to those without. Did I just read out he would fish? He would wish. Rain, if you would go to make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise and Stowtide. Gaytown I leave to you, Cashier. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we're finished? Well, Top Round would seem to be the next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there, and with any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then. But if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. Can I feel stuff on my horns? Those two are not mutually exclusive. They are not like touch sensitive, but my horns are still attached to my skull. So if you touch it, if you touch them, I'm going to feel it. But not because there's nerves in them. You know, like, you have fingernails? Your fingernails don't have nerves in them, but you can still feel when they are touched. You know? Same thing. Yee. Wait, no. I went in the complete wrong direction. I was going to the side quest. No. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. Oh my god. It's bouncy. Lick. Love it. And Pog, yes. The Pog is very important. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. There was a rather dapper-looking Mr. Gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to ask about relations between Wright and Gilmore, or rather, the lack of them. He's lost a great many people to the promises of Mule, and the chance of a lavish life among the free. Vothri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we'd left to guard his paradise. Yes, powerful emotes indeed. I like that the licky one is very funny. That was very good. I didn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. Vothri is gone now. We're curious to see what will become of Yulma in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Chinese, was it? I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose. But he left soon after, and that was that. Chinese was basically elected leader of Yulmore like 2 days ago, and he's already gone out and asked every single person in this region on how this situation is. Holy shit. Up we go. Whee. Oh, by the way, Kakuin. So, Chinese, the husband of Dulia, the lovely woman we met earlier, he's not only a very good cat boy, cat man even, he's also the heir to the Daedalus Stoneworks, a company that built Talos, golems, basically. These things, although this one's a bit dismantled, before the flood kind of destroyed everything. He also built that, not the floating mountain, the unfortunately currently slightly obscured massive golem holding on to it. That's a dungeon, by the way. The mountain. The mountain's a dungeon. We went there, it's bright. It's bright as shit. Hold on, don't I have the ability to, yeah. Hold on. We're interrupting this session of playing the main story for a quick excursion. So we can look at the thing. Yeah. So, we're still on it. This is the arm. That's the... Can't even find the face. The music in here is insane, by the way. But yeah, big. He just built that. Yep. So is the mountain. The mountain was the highest peak in Northrend before it was lifted into the air. It is... That fact didn't change. Anyway, yeah, it's fucking bright in this dungeon. You know? Kinda bright. Yep. It does look cool though. Like, look at this. Whee! But yeah, that was important. Dungeon. Yep. It's only second in crazy looking dungeons in this expansion though. To the literal apocalypse. But again, this is the apocalypse. Very specific apocalypse, that is. Oh, whoops. Right, you can fall down. Yep. Bonus. This isn't this didn't happen in the story. This is a retelling. This is a theater stage retelling an apocalypse that already happened. And I can tell you how long ago, because they didn't tell us yet, but they finally put a number on it in Endwalker. This apocalypse destroyed the entire world 20,000 years ago. Yup. That happened. And then the ancients, specifically the convocation of the 14, who we know better as the Ossians, saved the world by summoning Zodiac, the first primal. And then an unknown group of people who didn't like Zodiac's absolute power summoned Hydaelyn, the second primal, who then proceeded to split all of existence into 14 equal parts and imprison Zodiac. Yup. That's fun. So, yeah. Lore indeed. The most relevant lore, because it's relevant to our character. One thing that you need to absolutely know for this story is Emmet Selk knew us before the world was sundered. Not only that, over the course of this expansion, Shadowbringers, like with every expansion, Square Enix released short stories for free on the website that you can read. In one of these short stories, it is revealed that the player character's soul belongs to Emmet Selk's best friend from before the apocalypse. Yup. All he did, everything the Ossians did, served one goal: to bring everyone back from before the apocalypse, from before everything happened. And they have been living with the guilt and the pain of having lost every single one of their friends and family for 20,000 years. Nothing justifies what they did. They commit like full planicide regularly, because every time they cause a calamity, which has happened 8 times now. No, 7 times, sorry. Which has happened 7 times now. Every time they trigger a calamity, in reality they trigger something called a rejoining. A rejoining is the event where one of the 14 shards of the original world is rejoined with the source, the world that we are from. We are inhabitants of the source. Everyone on that shard dies. And also a huge portion of the people in the source die due to the calamity. They don't just commit genocide, they kill entire worlds worth of people. And they are ready to do it 8 more times, just to bring everyone back. Their actions cannot be excused or justified. But honestly, if I lost everyone I love and I had the power to bring them back after 20,000 years, I would probably also be broken to the point of doing that if I had the power to do so. And it's not for lack of trying on Emet-Selk's part. Don't forget, Emet-Selk is the biological father of Varys, Zenos' father. He is the biological grandfather of Zenos. He tried to overcome his prejudice over the sundered people. He tried to give the people alive in the source now the benefit of the doubt, but ultimately he failed to overcome his prejudice. And he didn't stop what he was doing. Not because he does argue that because we are not whole, we are not truly alive, which is a racist argument. But there's enough nuance in how he is portrayed that it is not clear if that is the root of his actions and his doubts, or if that position is the result of his doubts. Because ultimately, the entire world is constantly at war. So there is a case to be made why an ancient, unfathomably powerful being from a time where everyone was happy and there was no conflict would think that a people incapable of peace wouldn't be fit to rule the planet. You know? But it's impossible to say if he has his undoubtedly very racist beliefs because the failings of our people, or if he just never gave us a proper chance because from the beginning he viewed us as inferior. Which, on a pure power level, on a pure comparison of ability to control magic, ability to control ether, compared to him, we are definitely weaker. He is, even compared to us, to inhabitants of the source, which is 7 times rejoined, he is still almost twice as powerful as we are before his literal millennia of training and experience. You know? It's really interesting. He is probably the most nuanced villain in this entire game. And they, in my opinion, they do the very hard task very well of portraying him as motivated by something that we can understand, while also never accidentally pushing in justification territory. It's always just about understanding his motives enough to be able to somewhat relate to his position, but never enough to actually forgive him for what he did. In the end, killing him is justified. But I don't think there's a single person who played this game and like was fully invested in the story who didn't wish we didn't have to kill him, who didn't hope that we might be able to convince him of just giving up. But no, he's dead. We killed him. And probably also my favorite cutscene ever. So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gatetown as well, did he? I see Kaishia gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Calusia. The only likely place he's left to go being Amity. Come, if we're quick, we may yet catch up with him. If we weren't just in the middle of nowhere right now, I would actually just show it. I have the reaction of seeing it again, obviously in the VOD. But I just want to show the cutscene so we can talk about the cinematography in it. Because the camera work and scene setting that they did for this expansion is outstanding. I have seen fully movies who don't get it that well. And the silliest thing about all of this is the way that the team for FF14 learned how to properly animate within the constraints of the game engine they are given was a comic relief side quest about a really stupid, bad detective. It's a series of side quests that kind of wait, I'm going the wrong direction again. It's a series of side quests that kind of make fun of tropes in mystery anime. Say, for instance, I think it's called Case Closed in English. In some regions, it's called Detective Conan, which is also the Japanese name. Meitante Conan. You might have heard of it. It was pretty popular on TV when I was a kid. So, about this high school detective that was somehow turned back into a child by some poison. And then it's basically just detective stories, and half of them are somehow involving fishing rope. They make fun of this mystery anime format with the fully black silhouette villain with distorted voice. Yeah, it's very, very, very popular in Germany too. It's actually so popular that they started dubbing episodes again 2 years ago, after not having dubbed a single episode for a decade. And they just started dubbing them again. It's so good. I'm so happy. I need to watch the new ones. But yeah, the first season of the Hildebrand questline makes fun of Detective Conan specifically, because the villain is always shown as this completely featureless black silhouette. They actually just took one of the character models, fully stripped it of everything, and made it pitch black. It's so stupid. But they have a lot of, like, over exaggerated face morphs in it. Like anime does. Like, super, like, stretched open mouths and everything. And having to do these animations, but also being given the necessary freedom to just have them look not perfect, actually was ample training for the developers to figure out how to make good cutscenes. And all of the good cutscenes we get now are basically thanks to that quest line. And the practice they got doing it. Rain, Alvina, see, what are you doing here? You might ask you the same, Master Tai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable with your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much a word, and bade us return you to her side. What in the blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in the chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it, and when she gets an idea into her head... I can only apologize. No, I'm done, Master Tai. But since we're here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told that you'd been elected mayor, and from what we've gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? No, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by people in Calusia, that much is true, but I'm by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling on many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here. Indeed, the people's grievances are many. But in the course of my inquiries, I've already met with several individuals willing to lend me their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans. A man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is in itself proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Tai. And I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it is worth, we will vouch for you should it require convincing. Whatever you need, you can count on us. But me... Don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions ready to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yomo. But that dream's gone now, burst like a bubble. Or a boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alpha, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. I spent most days in a haze, but you've been running around and up and down, trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up to mud gold, didn't you? How hard could mayoring be? You're going to steer Yomo into a better future, I know it. And I want to help, properly help, do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit. The lot of you. But I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Thank you, Master Tai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulma needs more than the man with the good intentions. Which is why I'm here, to find one with the experience needed to see where the city thrive. Bleh. Who's this man exactly? And are you certain he's your enmity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is. Or was. I'd scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Vorthry's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left. Between them, they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him in amity? They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps you should start with Crystal then. As I recall, you made a rather favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Crystal! There he is. Look at him. Greetings, friend. And you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask after Renton. I couldn't help but overhear you earlier. Exchange. Yes, well, with Vorthri gone, Yulma wants for a leader. Oh, wait, that's the wrong voice. Well, yes. With Vorthri gone, Yulma wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Renton's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yulmore together. And that is still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated here, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore, and I would not see you suffer Vorthri's villainy. As you'd no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Renton can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, see, and little patience for anyone that he deems less committed to their own. He desired to right the wrongs of your past, of Yulmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, and the way you carry yourself. Goes without saying, he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this cause, and prove to him Yulmore has the resolve to change. Okay. The resolve to change? I believe he was heading toward Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well. To Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Ah, the music. The hard-earned Colusia night theme. I love this music. It's so calm. It's so good.
Well, well, it's you again.
Renton, voice acting.
I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vorthri's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
We are indeed?
Yes. They are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable, yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. Seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vorthry. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that. But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
I love Chinese. He's so good. I have been saying that constantly today about every NPC. And I stand by it. They are all great. Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have constructed an assessment of the problems Yulma now faces. Assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah yes, meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option. I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. A man who hungers does not like to contribute much to society. Save violence, perhaps. Hey, welcome back. Doing Frog. Frog? So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I will consider offering you my counsel. A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulma's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as a source of trade and foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of reproduction restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My. Think of all that by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It becomes a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chinese. Oh, I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet. Only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. Would ask them to rebuild. You must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Ren, and one to which I have given much thought. I propose to use of tallows in the aid of establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Tallows? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just happens that tallows are my field of expertise. And with little help, I'm quite certain we'll acquire what we need in no time at all. Look at him, he's so proud of himself. And he earned it. Rendon is quite right. Building tallows from scratch would require time we simply do not have, which is why I would propose to make use of the long-abandoned tallows which run the wilds of Calusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be top rung. Come with me. Ah, a bean! And these things... These are weird. Look at the light show over Newmore. I love the night music in Colusia. It's so hard-earned to listen to it. This is the last area that gets night in the game. Hello. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dashedly potent insulating powder, capable of holding the flow of ether and talos. We need only get within throwing distance and of one that fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An object of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be simple enough to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is why I would ask you to run along to the deed, but as I have said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Tai. Even the Talos are a threat. There's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. And that says maybe, Cashier. But Rendon tasked me to solve this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Tai. Hear, hear! Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labor. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beast that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Good, then let's be off the quick way to the north gate and see if we can find a suitable one. Wow. Ha ha! Yeet! I did it! I did it! Let's move on to another cellar, shall we? Go, go, go! Go! I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave. You may leave the next one to me, Rain. Poof. Let's go. Ah, that should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. Yes, duty complete indeed. I can scarcely believe it. It was reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulma's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it's plain that your time dead at the stoneworks has equipped you to lead as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics. Which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of our counsel. I would be honored. And the people behold these talents. I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulma's leadership is last in capable hands. Would you not agree? We should probably be heading back soon, Master Chai. After all, you've tinkered with the tellers and all that. D. Chai's worried sick. Whee! Look at this camera work, it's so good. Ah.
Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
Woo!
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos!
Not quite.
Call the guard! Stay back! All of you!
Julia!
Is that?
Yes.
Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see...
Dearest, I can't...
F. He's dead. Rip.
Oh, oh dear.
Rip. Healing magic.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Belfredor fucking went and healed him.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Not again!
Dearest, please!
They are perfect. Relationship goals. Am I right? It was quite a reception. One must at times struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the tellers has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Yulmore, it will be much simpler to gather one and awesome that Master Strike can make his inaugural address. No need to fret, Rain. I will never feel better. I'm not at all overawed at the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. Best way to do it. We are to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend. I suppose the only place Lathanar would be imagined. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizen. Both free and bonded. That they are to assemble there to meet the new mayor. You there, Cashier, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gaytown of the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. Good lad. I am Heinz Doofenschmerz. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Worthy's chambers. It goes without saying when I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the end, eh? The doorman to the crown lift will show you up. Chadden. He's the Chadden. A platypus? Parry the platypus! Not too much. Parry the platypus, though. I love that, Dan Povenmire is on TikTok and on YouTube. I actually didn't know for the longest time that he voiced Doofenshmirtz. And also Candace in that one episode where she had an allergy to some flowers. And got a really deep, raspy voice. That was actually him too. He's so good. Okay. We're going to the room for a reason. But what the fuck? Excuse me? Huh? I can't go to the quarters, they are full. What the fuck? Haven't had that happen before. Let's try the Forgotten Night. Maybe that has space. Why is it full? Huh? What the fuck? What? Excuse me? I wanted to show the cutscene. I can't believe Storage Cat wasn't taken for my retainer. What the fuck? Why are they full? That's never happened. Ah yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. Oh wait, that's not a good voice. Whatever, that's his voice now. The Emergent is already filling up with people for all persuasions, free and bonded, citizen and non-citizen. For you, our guest of honor, we've reserved a place at the front. Right this way, sir. Me. He's precious. Precious bean.
Go on, dear.
And marriage goals. Let's go.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? 'Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthree's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning.
Indeed.
As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthree. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthree must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
Well said, Chinese. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe in your words. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them direction, I hope. If I've learned anything from all of this, it is that change begins with the individual. Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we've chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all of these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to... Voice crack. I hate to change the subject, darling. But now that we've officially taken office, have you given any thought to a mayoral seat? We will not be moving to the Emergent, dearest. It's too big, for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Beg your pardon, Master Chai. Have you got time for a word? Yes, of course. Heaven Bet? That's me. I like your speech, but there's folk outside the walls that don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow. And more who count in their crumbs. If you've a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we have much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Rain. I hope to see you again before long. What a day. I don't know what it means directly, but I do know that I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yumo's future was secured, but it's clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence they will find a way, and I believe it's time we went on ours. Selfin is leaving us too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. The paradise is gone, but something's better taken its place. And I reckon I want to be part of it. This Yule more for the people. Much Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one which she clung to before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do a bit. Just a matter of taking the first step. Truly, to seek her sheer thus inspired by her actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we may have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. May I beg Luke's studies have borne fruit in our absence. Okay. I will try to go to the room one more time. But it is about the last quest of the first patch of 5. So at this rate, we will be able to complete 1 patch per stream, which is a good rate, I would say. And then in 4 streams, we can finally start Endwalker. So excited. Oh, that's the wrong building. Whoops. But what do you mean it's full? Is it still full? What the shit? I'm gonna check the fucking lodestone. What is going on? What the fuck? I don't understand. Why is it full? Yes, yes. Riding home, yes. Hold on, we're gonna log into me for a second. I am so confused. Huh? But yeah, in about 4 streams from now, we should be able to complete all of Shadowbringers and all of the prelude to Endwalker. And then we'll get to go here. But in the story, instead of just teleporting to it. Then we get to meet Alphino and Alizé's parents. Isn't that exciting? Parents. Pog. I don't understand. What the fuck? Anyway, I want to live here. That's fucking weird. I don't have any way to show you the cutscene. Well, then that will have to wait until next time. So, thank you for watching. Thank you to Nate for all of the things, the sub and the kind words and everything. And thank you for hanging out and for vibing. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah. On Friday, we will start a new project. Namely, on Friday, we will start playing Persona 4 Golden. Because starting tomorrow, it's going to be in Game Pass. So I'll just download it tomorrow and make sure that I can capture it. And if everything works out, the next stream is going to be Persona. And then Saturday is going to be, I don't know yet. We might play Final Fantasy on Saturday. Finally getting some more Zenos time in. Because I accidentally clickbaited you today. There was no Zenos in the entire stream, I'm sorry. But there was at least Catboy, which is also good. I love Raha. He's so cute. But yeah. I will definitely be trying to stream Persona 4 after having finished 5 Royal. Well, I hope you had a good evening, a good time. I definitely did. I love hanging out with everyone. And I will see you on Friday. Good night.